is up, guys? It's Real here, and I know it's been a long while. It's been a pretty good while since I posted it. I'm sorry for that, and yeah. So let's go back to the video. So so it was the tuning exams. Where we left off was the tuning exams and Naruto winning his match against Kiba. So yeah. Their little matches would begin, and like I said, Sasuke and Sakura would win easily because of Naruto training them and Naruto training both Sasuke and Sakura, and Kakashi doing a little bit more, doing the same thing to them, and what was it? Oh yeah, and Sasuke having the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. So that's basically it. So I think we should now continue now, and let's go. And what if Naruto Saiki's abilities? Part 1. So before we start, I have a Discord server. I'll put the link down in the description below, and we can talk. And I can't wait to get to know you guys better, and yeah. And in the Discord server, there's a channel called What Ifs. New What Ifs coming up. That means that you will have some spoilers in the new What Ifs. That will be, or we will know about what kind of What Ifs are coming up after one of my series are done. So let's begin. Naruto had finished beating Kiba with a kunai to his neck and knocking him out. The crowd cheered, and yeah, Sasuke and Sakura's matches were pretty good too because Sakura had the Tsunade training, not really the Tsunade training, but Naruto helped her have immense strength like Tsunade, so yeah. And Naruto also taught her a few healing jutsus, so Naruto is pretty good at this. So yeah. The next matches were good, and when Neji was about to hit Hinata in the last part, Naruto just came in to stop it. So yeah. Now let's go to the and we also go to the matches, one of the final matches. So yeah, it was the 1 month training arc, and they began training. Naruto began his early training, and he began to study a little bit more, read, and Minato introduced him to Jiraiya. Naruto would say, hello, and as Naruto asked Minato where he was, and Minato would tell him about where he was, and Naruto would just say that he's a perv, and that Jiraiya is a perv, and he would go and teleport near Jiraiya, and he'll say, "Hey yo, so you the pervy sage?" As Jiraiya would look behind him, but he didn't really say it because he just telepathically said it to him. He said, "Hey yo, are you the pervy sage?" As Jiraiya would look behind him to see Naruto there, and he would say, "Don't disrespect the Totsan, and plus I'm only doing research." As Naruto would roll his eyes, saying, "Yare yare, of course you are." We'll be right back, guys. As Naruto would say, "Okay, so Dad wanted me to train with you. So do you have any time for that?" As Jiraiya would say, "Oh, yeah, of course I have time for that. Do you think I don't? I'm the one of the legendary Sanin." As Naruto would say, "Yeah, I know. Now let's go." As Jiraiya would at first teach him about the Rasengan, but Naruto would just say, "I already knew it," and he had created a few more new Rasengan, which was Rasen Shuriken, the Lightning Star Rasengan, and the Water Star Rasengan, and the Ice Star Rasengan. And Jiraiya would say, "Oh, okay. Can I know? So you're on the bingo book as the psychic or the fourth son, right?" As Naruto would agree, saying, "Yes, yes, I am." As they would go and do some training. And surprisingly, Naruto actually got it pretty well, and Jiraiya thought that maybe he could do a summoning. And Naruto would say, "What's that?" And Jiraiya would teach him about Toad summoning, and Naruto, on his first try, would summon Gamabunta. Gamabunta would look at him and say, "Why is there a child here, Jiraiya?" As Jiraiya would go wide-eyed, and Jiraiya would say, "Oh, Naruto, how did you summon Gamabunta on your first try?" As Naruto would just shrug and said in his mind, in telepathy, he'd say, "Yare yare, I don't really know, to be honest." And if you guys don't know what yare yare means, it's basically Saiki's catchphrase in the Disaster Chef of Saiki if you have watched the anime. And yeah. So Gamabunta will refuse a little bit to agree that a 13-year-old just summoned him, and after a little while of convincing, Gamabunta agreed to be a summoning, and Naruto finalized a summoning contract of the toads. And then Jiraiya began to after that Jiraiya thought of teaching Naruto Sage Mode. But he thought it maybe could be later, and yeah. So that would do pretty fine, and they would go. The next training exams would begin. Sasuke would. Oh yeah, Rock Lee's in this. Oh yeah. So the fight with Rock Lee versus Gaara would go the same as in canon, but when Gaara was about to smash Lee's leg, Naruto came up and stopped it from happening. The Jonis can't really scold him because he's a fourth son and he's one of the most powerful asses to the Leaf. Even more powerful than them. So, they're a bit scared. After that was the match between Sakura and I forgot who was Sakura's match was, so let's say it was Temari. At first, Temari would think that she had the upper hand, but Sakura would use her Tsunade super strength to actually win. Next was Sasuke versus Kankuro. Sasuke would do a fireball jutsu into distracting Kankuro, and they'll basically have a low battle, but Sasuke would have the upper hand thanks to his three Tomori three Tomori Sharingan. So yeah. We have the next fight was Naruto versus Neji. Naruto would give Neji the entire speech that doesn't include anything because Neji told him that maybe he was destined to be maybe Naruto was destined to be Hokage because Naruto was destined to be Hokage because he was the son of the fourth Hokage and was gifted with great power. And great talent. As Naruto would say that nothing is earned and is that we can change our own fates and paths. And Naruto would give him would beat Neji and give him the same Toki no Jutsu, and Neji would change his ways. So the next fight would be Sakura versus a random Sanshin. To be honest, I don't really know anymore. So the last one would be because there's only a few people left, to be honest. Let's say Sakura versus the a random sound shinobi. As Sakura would win because, as I said, with her Tsunade strength, she has the strength pretty much surpassing the legendary Sanin Tsunade. So yeah. So the fight with Sasuke versus Gaara would come, and I figured that that for plot reasons, no, let's say Sasuke versus another Sound Shinobi. Another Sound Shinobi, and he would beat them. The next fight would come in, which was Naruto versus Gaara. No. This fight would be Naruto versus another random Sound Shinobi, and yeah. Naruto versus Gaara. So yeah. First, Naruto would use his try to test Gaara's sound, and he would try to punch Gaara and his sound would protect him, and it was an unbreakable a really big defense, which almost impossible to pass through. But Naruto would just teleport in there and chop Gaara in the neck, and yeah. Since Gaara only relied on his sand, he wasn't really good at close combat, so yeah. So that's basically it. So in the end, Team 7 would win and be promoted to Chunin. And then Gaara would do the Konoha Crush, so yeah. Because he convinced his father that he had made a friend there finally, and he's like him, a Jinchuriki, and kinda like an outcast. And Gaara's father would try to pressure Gaara into it, but Gaara would say no sternly. And his father would sigh and say fine. So the Orochimaru thing never really happened, and the third Hokage never really started, or never really died. So yeah. After that, it was time for the Tsunade retrieval arc, because they need a greatest healer and to come back. So Jiraiya asked Minato if Naruto could come with his journey to find Tsunade, which Minato would ask Naruto if he wanted to go to find Tsunade, and he'd say, and telepathically, Yare, this is such a drag, but I'll do it, for the sake of the village. Yare, this is such a drag. Yare, this is such a pain. But it's for the good grief of the village, so might as well do it. As Naruto would tell Jiraiya that should they be walking or they should just teleport there, get Tsunade, and teleport back. As Jiraiya would say that he wanted to spend time with his godson and decided to walk. They would have a little an awkward conversation at first, and then they would begin to talk to each other, getting along pretty well. Every time Jiraiya tries to bring up his books, Naruto just shut his mouth. Just made Jiraiya shut up, because he knows that those were pervy books, and yeah, he didn't want to read any of those because he didn't wanna. And if but if he wanted to, Kushina would find out, and he would be. If he would find out, Kushina would be pretty mad at Jiraiya, and bam, that's basically it. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it, to be honest. And after that, they'd go to the little hotel room, and Jiraiya would walk off to do some research. As Naruto was staying in his room, in the room, and he'll just be sitting there, just just being bored, and eating some coffee jelly. He's just eating some coffee jelly. As he will hear a knock on his door, Naruto would use his X-ray vision to see and sense chakra. And he would see Itachi and Kisame. Let's say Itachi and Deidara, because they know about Naruto's speeds, and yeah, they thought Itachi and Deidara would be good together, because would be a good pair, because or just bring Deidara along. Yeah, let's just say that they bring Kisame, Itachi bring Deidara along because they are about Naruto's great speed. And Deidara being one of the fastest, or so I know in the Naruto series, in the Akatsuki, would just, Naruto would begin to battle them, and Naruto would go full outsort. No, Naruto would first prepare. So he would take off the one of his, limiters and put it in his pocket, or just seal it, and he'll begin to charge, and he'll faint for a bit, and Naruto would get out, and he would go. He would teleport up, and he would walk down the stairs, seeing Itachi, Kisame, and Deidara. So first, Naruto would get a kunai, blitzing all of them and stabbing Kisame in the neck. Itachi and Deidara would see this, and Naruto would say, and Naruto would kill and stab Kisame in the heart. And Naruto would teleport Deidara and Itachi outside, saying that if they want a real fight, they should go. So yeah, I'm sorry for the background noise, it's just something, so yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. They would begin to fight, and Itachi would pull out his Sharingan. And he would try, but every time Itachi tried to see Naruto, he can't. He obviously can't. And let's say that Itachi has the Eternal Mangekyo because of Shisui. And Fugaru gave him one of his eyes, and Shisui gave him one of his eyes. So yeah. Itachi had the Eternal Mangekyo. So Itachi turned it on, and he could barely even see Naruto. He was just blitzing all over the place. And Deidara can't even keep up. She getting her butt beat. Deidara getting her butt beat. And Naruto injured Deidara badly. And when he was about to stab Deidara, Itachi came in and tried to do Amaterasu on him, which Naruto would obviously dodge. And then Itachi and Naruto would clash, and they began to fight. Naruto first beginning to punch Itachi with super strength, but Itachi just tried to dodge. But when he dodged, he could feel the air pressure from the punches, which got him a bit scared because because his punches were like Tsunade's, maybe even more powerful. As Naruto would punch the ground, and yeah, it'll cause Tsunade earthquake, but 2 times as bigger. And Itachi would, try to dodge, but when he jumped up in the air, he would see Naruto about to slam kick him. So Naruto slammed kicking down, and when Itachi hit the ground, he was pretty injured. And when he tried to stand up, Naruto roundhouse kicked Itachi right in the head, and Itachi gone. When Sasuke saw this, Naruto asked Sasuke if he wanted to kill Itachi here, as Sasuke would go to Itachi, and Itachi would do the same thing that he did to Sasuke in Naruto, where he put his 2 fingers right across him, and Sasuke would stab him, and yeah. But then Sasuke found out the truth about Itachi, and he went to cry, thinking that Itachi's dead. But Naruto just had a little trick on his sleeve and healed Itachi, and Itachi woke up saying, "Whoa, I thought I was dead." And Sasuke would come up and hug Itachi and say that he's sorry and he wanted him back, and yeah. So that's basically it. So they went back and they saw Jiraiya, and Jiraiya got to tell everything, and they would know that Itachi was just spying for the Katsuki, and he knows that he has a disease. And yeah. Before you guys go ham on me in the comments, saying that that the Uchiha clan wasn't really massacred, I was just saying that I meant that most of the Uchiha clan wasn't massacred. The ones that were massacred in the Uchiha clan were the ones that rebelled. But yeah. But Sasuke was put in a genjutsu that everyone was hurt and most died, and some of the ones who didn't rebel was a very few did survive. So that's why I wanted to kill Itachi in the first place. But now he knows the reasoning, and they gone. So they would go to Tsunade. Naruto would challenge Tsunade to a little battle, as they would agree. Tsunade would try to, do an earthquake punch, but Naruto would dodge, and he'll just do a wind style. Remember the finger flicks that Deku did? Naruto would do wind style finger flick, as he would flick a finger, and he'd flick his finger, and a large air shockwave would come up to Tsunade. This would take a lot of chakra, but to Naruto was like nothing, because he had almost kind of like unlimited chakra right now. So Tsunade would jump back a bit, and she and Naruto have a little taijutsu battle. Naruto and Tsunade will exchange blow by blow, but it looked like that Naruto wasn't really phased until Tsunade accidentally took off Naruto's glasses, and Naruto accidentally looked at her, and she turned to stone, and Naruto's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for drip." Just kidding. He'll say, "Oh, shoot." As he'll just pull back his glasses, saying, "Well, at least we got Tsunade, so let's go." As he would get the stone Tsunade on his back, and they would go. They'll travel for 3 days, and they'll arrive in the relief. As Tsunade was with them, because Tsunade, and the second day she turned back to normal, and she would ask what happened. Naruto would explain most things, and Tsunade would understand. sort of. So yeah. After that, after that, Sasuke asked Kakashi to train him, and asked Itachi and Kakashi to train him. He also and Sakura, as in canon, would go to Tsunade. Seems it would be disbanded for a while, and yeah. And I get. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh yeah. The Katsuki isn't really a big threat. They were just a little bit. So they barely really got any tailed beasts. They got some tailed beasts, but Naruto keep on getting them. So yeah. And yeah. And the one who's running the Akatsuki isn't really Obito, but Madara was revived. So yeah, he was the mastermind behind the Akatsuki now. Not Obito, but Madara. He was the mastermind behind this. So yeah. So that's basically it. Now, they couldn't really capture any Biju because of Naruto. Because Naruto actually sent circles to train the Biju, and all the Jinchurikis, and all the Jinchurikis and Naruto have a good relationship. So yeah. That's basically it, to be honest. Naruto would train under his father Minato and Jiraiya. So Naruto would learn Sage Mode, and he'll learn a couple more jutsus and grow stronger. So when they meet up to do the bell test again, this is what they look like, or their new outfits. So yeah, it's going to be their outfits now. Naruto found out how to, turn off his X-ray vision and turn off his turning everyone to stone thing. So this is what they wear now, and Sasuke's outfit is a bit different from the canon. Or a lot different. Or a bit different, since he never really went to Orochimaru, so I don't really know it. So Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura did their little, had their little belt test, and this time it was Minato, Tsunade, and Kakashi. So each one of them had one single bell, but this time they have to, do stuff or take it by themselves. So for Naruto would come up against Minato, Sasuke would go against Kakashi, and Sakura would go against Tsunade. Naruto would have a lot of fight with Minato, and they would see a lot of fight. They would see a lot of blurs going with Naruto and Naruto and Minato. They would see a ton of blurs, and Naruto and Minato were doing a lot of taijutsu. Then Naruto and his dad were doing were actually really blurs, and when they tried to smash Rasenkans into each other's backs, they couldn't really. So Naruto began to pick up the speed, and when Minato was about to summon Rasengan to Naruto, Naruto came up to Minato, and Minato came up behind Naruto, and Naruto substituted himself with a shell clone, and Naruto came up to Minato, and when Minato slashed the the Rasengan to Shadow Clone, it pooped, and he looked up to see Naruto slamming her Rasengan into his back, and yeah. So that's basically it. Minato and Naruto would take a belt and he'll win. Next fight we'll be going through is Sasuke versus Kakashi. Sasuke is an internal Mangekyo from his dad. So yeah. Dicey Switcher was his dad, okay? So they would do all this stuff, and yeah. That's basically it. And then, so that's basically it, to be honest. So, Sasuke and Kakashi would do taijutsu, and then Sasuke would jump back, doing a five-style Phoenix Flower Jutsu, which almost hit Kakashi. When Kakashi was dodging, Sasuke put a Chidori through his arm. Sasuke said Chidori, as it would go to Kakashi's arm, which Kakashi would feel a lot of pain, but he would go. So that's basically it. So Kakashi and Sasuke would, would have a battle, and they would, and Sasuke would win. Next was Sakura versus Tsunade. Sakura and Tsunade were legit going through taijutsu with their pure strength, and yes, Sakura has the 100 healing jutsu, I think. It's under, see. So yeah, that's basically it. So they would go do their stuff, and the Team 7 would pass, and yeah. They were happy, and that's basically it. Sai was already in a team because he wasn't really serving under Danzo anymore, which was a good relief. So yeah. Now let's go. Minato and I don't really know. So that's basically it. So I hope this is a good what if, guys. And let's continue. They were training because they would know that they might be in a war because the Akatsuki was still down. Little by little did they know. But Team 7 was assigned to, to kill the Akatsuki members. So they would continue to kill, Team 7 would continue to kill the Akatsuki members because Team 7 can handle their own. So yeah. Little by little, and then Madara noticed that his troops are going down. Pretty much. His troops were going down. Which Madara got worried, and as he wanted to demolish the Leaf Village, but he thought of Naruto as a big threat because if he couldn't, if he keeps on doing this, if Naruto keep on doing this, he'll have no, no subordinates at all. Which worried Madara a bit, and Madara would, spend no hesitation, and he would try to capture all the Biju, but little did they know, they had a Naruto bodyguard with them. So yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. So that's basically it, guys, for now, and let's continue. So, Madara would start the 4th grade ninja war, and everyone would begin. People would, people, everyone would start. And at first, it was in every Naruto would go up to KCM too, and he would give the Kurama Chakra, the Kurama Chakra to other people so they could fight. So, because the Hokages were actually there. So in the end, the Leaf would win, and that's basically it. After that, Naruto would go all over the world, and he'll change people's opinion on Biju, and everyone was happy now. No one really feared Biju, or thought them as a weapon. They thought them as simple human beings, and Naruto has achieved peace. He got together with Hinata, and yes, he got together with Hinata, had some kids which was Himawari and Boruto. And Boruto would still look the same because Boruto would still look the same, so yeah. But Boruto would have purple eyes and a pink streak of hair, a pink streak of hair. And while Himawari would have purple hair, just like Hinata, but at the ends it was fading to pink, only a little bit though. So yeah. They lived their little happily ever after, and that's basically it now. After a few years, Naruto decided to become Hokage because when Minato decided to step down, Naruto decided to become Hokage, and Naruto became Hokage and actually spent time with his family, unlike the Naruto from Boruto. The Otosusuges never really came because they were scared of Naruto. The Sage expects still gives Sasuke the Rinnegan, and yeah. That's basically it, guys. So make sure to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think of this, and this is going to be the end of our series. And don't worry, guys. I have a lot of a lot of Naruto what is planned for the future. So yeah. So now let's go. Well, goodbye everyone. This is Rafaeli signing off, and I have to finish my Avatar series. So yeah. Bye guys. Have a great day or night, and goodbye. 3, 2, 1, bye.